Are Liv Morgan and Finn Balor in cahoots? But before we get into that, I am Rob, the wrestling old head, and you are in the portal of pro wrestling, all the time. Welcome. Now, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Liv Morgan and Finn Balor, are they secretly in cahoots? Now, Finn Balor has been hinting that he would have cashed in on Damian Priest. That is classic storytelling, and that is something that has led me to believe that maybe this whole thing of Dom and Liv secretly being together is all just a mirage, and beneath the mirage, or on the other side of that, is actually a deeper mystery that once it's unraveled will really crack the Judgment Day at their foundation. Now let's break it down. Damian Priest. He just came out and interrupted Seth Rollins this past Monday on WWE Raw. Is he hurt? Is he dropping the title to Seth Rollins? Now, I wonder if this was a pre-planned return for Seth Rollins after 72 days of being absent, or was this an on-the-fly call after Priest's mishap at the Clash of the Castle? And it's got me wondering if we're going to see maybe some kind of interference to give Seth Rollins the win, but would he be a transitional champion? Because for all intents and purposes, we are looking at Gunther being the odds-on favorite at SummerSlam to win the heavyweight title. So do you give Seth Rollins the title for a month and have him drop it to Gunther? Or is Priest going to walk away with the title at Money in the Bank? And all of this happening could lead into the unraveling of Liv Morgan and Finn Balor actually being together. Now let's get into that. With Priest in the Judgment Day, there's an obvious separation in play here. They are not as solid as they used to be. Everything we've seen thus far has led us to believe that we'll be seeing the Judgment Day split up very soon and possibly before Rhea Ripley returns. But the two culprits being Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio. But what I have seen teased countless times is that Liv Morgan will actually lure Dominik away from his crew as a bait and switch to break up the Judgment Day and fully align with Finn Balor. And I'm going to break down just exactly why I feel that's happening. Finn Balor twice now has been seen teasing an affiliation with Liv Morgan of sorts. One was backstage on a Raw in late May. Finn Balor and Liv Morgan arrived together in the same vehicle. And number two, a few weeks back, Finn grabbed the hotel room key. I'm not buying Finn Balor's reasoning for grabbing the key, and you shouldn't either. My guess is Finn and Liv are using the impressionable Dominik, while Mommy is away, to convince him that he is the glue, the true leader of the Judgment Day, filling his head with thoughts of titles and being the top dog, only for him to make a critical error. That error costing Damian Priest his heavyweight title and causing a major rift in the Judgment Day. Damian Priest this past Monday on WWE Raw saying that that the Judgment Day did not know he was out there during his promo with Seth Rollins was a nice line. And it further implies that they are not as close or coordinated as they once were. Add in Carlito and even JD McDonough's involvement, and Finn can go full demon mode alongside Liv Morgan. Dominik will eventually then go crawling back to Rhea Ripley, and Damian Priest can go full-fledged face. It's very interesting to see how this would all play out. But we are seeing the foundation of the Judgment Day crack right before our very eyes, and there's a lot of theories at play. I thought I would share that theory because I feel that they have been teasing for months now the fact that Finn Balor is actually in demon mode. If you look at the promos backstage at the Judgment Day Clubhouse, what you see in the background, there's the demon face, the half Finn Balor, half demon, or the full demon logo in the background. These things I don't believe are coincidental. If you looked at this past WWE Raw, this past Monday, Chad Gable, when he was talking to the Alpha Academy as they were leaving, in the background you saw the bunny, the rabbit from the Firefly Funhouse in the back on the top shelf. These are little Easter eggs, little teasers that have been left for us in a myriad of different ways in WWE over the past couple of months since before WrestleMania 40, and I believe they are intentional, so everything applies. And if everything applies, then the stuff in the background at the Judgment Day Clubhouse is no coincidence, and it's actually a foreshadowing. And I believe that we are going to see this unravel in a way that is really going to bring Finn Balor back to prominence. And he's been a bit of an ancillary character nowadays, lately, and I believe we're going to see that shift with that. And how cool would it be? I mean, Dominik, he is the impressionable kid. He is the fatherless child turning his back on his father. He is looking for a place to call home. He's running around trying to get in Legado del Fantasma. He's hiding behind Rhea Ripley and the love that they share, which is a very unique, interesting kind of a pairing of love. It would be interesting if Liv used that, tore him down, and then aligned with Finn Balor. How much better of a program would that be? The only thing that I have to say about that, and I'm going to be honest here, is the fact that I am not ready, nor do I think the WWE Universe is ready to cheer Dominik Mysterio. And that is exactly what you would get if Rhea Ripley comes back, saves Dominik, and then goes on a tear against Finn Balor and Liv Morgan. You will then have a situation where Dominik will be, the pseudo babyface. He would it would be the most uncharacteristic thing that they could do to get somebody that is just so comfortable in his role as a heel, as somebody that the crowd loves to interrupt and boo over, that I don't know if they're ready to split that apart quite yet. And I don't believe, with all due respect to Dominik, that he is ready to handle a face turn with charisma of Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero. I just don't know if he has it currently. So we'll have to see how that plays out. I just thought it would be very interesting because I liked the Finn Balor demon character. I felt there was a lot more to be desired, and I was waiting to see how they were going to bring him back, and I believe this would be the perfect way to bring him back into the forefront with Liv Morgan behind him. Imagine those two on a motorcycle, both got leather jackets and dark shades on, and as soon as Finn Balor takes the shades off, he goes demon mode. I mean, it's a comic book character come to life, and if anybody could pull it off, I would believe it would be Finn. But what do you guys think? Is Liv Morgan actually going to lure Dominik away and stay with him, or is this all a front, and is Finn Balor in the forefront as the right hand assailant, if you will, in this whole situation? Is he really aligning with Liv Morgan? Are they in cahoots? You've let me know in the comments. Thumbs up on the way out, you guys, and let me know what you think. There's so many different theories going on. I just thought I'd share that with you as this story is unraveling. It is getting more interesting and interesting as the pages turn on WWE Raw. But you guys let me know what you think, and as always, thanks again for coming through. This is the Portal of Pro Wrestling, and we are open all the time for pro wrestling. You stay tuned, you guys.